What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Today is a special day because I have just gotten my next toy and my first actual, I guess you can say M car. No, it's an M car. I didn't want to spoil it, but I just bought my first M car and it's literally getting unloaded right in front of me and it's outside. So without further ado, let's go outside and let's check it out.
You good? You ready?
Yeah. No, you're good, you're good.
Just like that. You good? Taillights, all the glass. That way, windshield bust or glass broken. I do it the same.
Well, here she is. My new to me 1999 BMW M3, 142,000 miles, 3 owners, good records. Previous owner did Vaders, redid the leather, did full Alcantara headliner, has all the toolkits. I left it on so that it can idle and I can make sure that nothing's gonna happen suddenly. There's no suspicious raises in temperatures. So, bought this car. Relatively sight unseen. Had my uncle check it out. But he's also colorblind, so he can't really tell that much if there's different colored panels. So now we're gonna paint meter it, and well, let's see if let's see if it's. I'm actually nervous, so let's see if it's actually original. All right, 4, 5.5, 4.5, 5.5, 7. So I might have had some touch-ups in the front. 9, 3, 10, 9, 8.5, 9, 8, 9, 9.5, 10, 10.5, 9, 4.5, 5.0, 5.0, 8, 14.5, 8, 8.5, 9, 9, 5.5, 5.5 again, 12.5, 10. So it's definitely had some sort of a touch up here on this panel. 4, 4, 6, 6, and 6. So, all in all, it's actually pretty close to original paint. For the price that I got it at, I wasn't expecting fully original paint. The most important part was that it was numbers matching, and it is. So that being said, we got a detailer up. I'm gonna go ahead and probably put my BBSs on it, and I'm just gonna enjoy it. Right, so given that I work at a dealership, I have a lot of good resources always readily available to me. So that's why I went and decided to jump onto an E36 M3. I'm not really worried about the reliability. I know these cars are very reliable if maintained right, but if anything went wrong, the M tax wouldn't really hurt me too much because I'd be able to get a lot of stuff at wholesale, luckily. But that being said, we have the car inside. I'm gonna go ahead and jack it up underneath, and then we are gonna go ahead and inspect underneath the car. The previous owner sent me videos of everything underneath, but I'm just gonna go ahead and triple check to make sure, given it's already landed here in Miami and no longer in Texas, so I'm pretty much married to it. But it's always gonna be fun to see what lies ahead and see what's underneath the car. So without further ado, let's do it. All right, so this is the first time that I get underneath the car. Literally the very first time. And first impressions are actually pretty good. Wow, this thing is a lot cleaner than I thought it would be underneath.
What do you want me to do?
Just make sure the jack doesn't fall on me. Always get underneath the car with someone that could watch you and make sure you're not gonna die. All right, so it's a horrible angle of me, but here we have underneath the car. I lifted it up from the actual diff. We got CV joints that are looking healthy. Relatively fresh Bilstein suspension is what it looks like, and looks absolutely flawless. Gas tank has no sorts of weird scratching or any cracking. Wow, this car is actually really clean underneath, dude. Yeah, I'm super happy with it. Hang on, let me go to the other side. This is a Texas car, so it's not gonna really have any rust. Yeah, it looks really good. It's very dry underneath. Very dry. Right, now we are in the front. Trying to do this rather quickly just so I can hop back into work. But even here in the front, it all looks magnificent, to be honest with you. This is a much cleaner car than I honestly imagined. It has cosmetics that need to be done as far as window seals and stuff like that, like the front cowl seals. But mechanically, it was much more important to me to have a phenomenal driving car. That's exactly what this car is. It's really, it has no warning signs. I mean, I see there, looks like a little bit of a torn end link there, or a slightly worn end link there on the sway bar. And there's nothing damp, there's no drips. And where the transmission is, the rear main seal, it all looks pretty good too. So, transmission mounts look to be more than okay. Again, here on this side, the exhaust looks great. There's no tears, there's no strange rust points. And the frame itself is extremely straight. So, all in all, I think I did a pretty good purchase. All right, so now that we've seen underneath the car, I got my photo lights going on right now, and I got a light bar here. I did a little bit of a very basic cleanup because the car came in and was very dusty as far as the engine bay is concerned. Doesn't worry me. It just happens when you drive your car. I'm pretty sure the car's never been detailed as far as engine bay is concerned. The owner told me that he just would take it out to Cars and Coffee, and he had an E39, another E36 M3 in a Storrow Blue that he bought when he was 16, and then a Mercedes-Benz E500. So it comes from a good home. However, it's just there's certain things that just don't matter to certain people, and that was one of them. So I went ahead and cleaned up the engine bay, and so after looking underneath the car, I realized there's really no leaks and there's nothing really concerning. I know that the car had a CSF radiator upgrade, which you can see right here. Now that I cleaned it up, it's nice and shiny. Let me get the light here. So it's nice and shiny here. I did notice that there was some coolant that had dried up on the hose there as well. That probably happened when they were removing it and then doing the radiator swap. No big deal. Like I said, I cleaned up the valve cover a little bit. It was a little grimy, a little dusty, but there's no cracks in the intake manifold that you can see. Intake boots are new. The oil's fresh, you know, it looks great. The only thing that I noticed here on this side that's a little bit more concerning than normal is just the coolant reservoir tank. They did a CSF radiator and it's aluminum, obviously. I just don't know why he didn't do the aluminum reservoir tank, which is probably something that I will do in the near future. Again, nothing major, nothing concerning. It doesn't overheat, it stays at temperature the whole time, so I'm not too worried about that. This bad boy right here is music to my ears. With the windows open, you can hear the induction noise perfectly, and with the windows closed, of course. And like I said, everything else in this engine bay, you know, nothing looks alarming, nothing looks really concerning, no leaks, no crazy seepage anywhere. I personally want to do the belts anyways. I want to do a belt service just so that it's done under my watch, and maybe some pulleys as well, maybe some lightweight stuff. But as far as the engine is concerned, that's all I really noticed. So on this side, The window seals are okay. However, on the back glass, you know, I'm definitely gonna have to change the rear window seal here. And again, it's a car from 1999, so I was fully expecting it. I don't mind doing that at all. This back little deck here, that definitely has to get changed eventually. But these are not on the top of my list. On the top of my list is definitely this window seal here in the back. That is definitely a lot more concerning to me than the other seals. And this bad boy right here, which is the seal that goes behind the plastic cowl. It's just a little bit way worse than I thought it would be, and way worse for way too bad for comfort in my opinion. So there's that. But the interior is incredibly well kept for an E36. This is a 99 E36. I mean, obviously these interiors usually melt and the vinyl's always unsticking and the door cards are melting, which isn't happening here, but it is happening down there. And that's just the honest truth about the car. You know, after owning this car for so many years, you know, it's gonna have its own wear and tear, but the previous owner did do a fresh Alcantara headliner, including the sunroof panel, and it looks phenomenal. And the two biggest things, which are the Vaders, they're done. They're completely done. Could they be a better job? Yes, but honestly, for a driver's car, it's in great shape. And what I like about it as well is the original head unit is still in there, which is really impressive. People usually change them out, but yeah, this one still has it in there, and it's actually really, really nice. This center console here, this armrest, I'm probably going to remove it. I don't really need it. I don't like it. It gets in the way of me shifting anyways. And it gives me more breathability in the cabin. And I will be changing the e-brake handle and the shift knob. I hate this steering wheel with a passion. BMW steering wheels with airbags are the worst and the ugliest things in the world. So I will definitely be removing that and putting something different there. The LED light just died, so bear with me. But all in all, super satisfied with my numbers matching E36 M3 that I was able to get for a remarkable price as far as condition, mileage, and quality is concerned. So I'm very happy with the way this came out. You know, after doing all the paint meter readings, there are some spots that have been touched up clearly, but it's still numbers matching, and that's what matters to me the most. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. And of course, now that we have this beautiful, beautiful machine here, we're gonna be making a lot more content. So stay tuned, stay safe, drive safe, and we will see you next time. Cheers.